Hey guys, what is happening? So, I don't know if I've shared this with you or not shared this with you over the time that we've been in each other's lives virtually, but I have always been an athlete. I have played sports since I was a little kid, and my sport of choice as I got older was lacrosse. And I was a midfielder. Hold on, there's a metaphor here. Just bear with me. It's something going on in my head, and maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't work out. Maybe it works for you or me or just whatever. Anyway, so this is my metaphor. So I played lacrosse, and for all of you that know lacrosse, it is a game of quick movement. It's a game of high stakes, high scores, and it's also a graceful game and full of finesse. And I feel like in a way it's so much about life, you know? And in terms of what's going on here, I'd like to use the game of lacrosse as a metaphor for the politics that we are witnessing in the world. So as a midfielder, I would play defense, I would play offense, I would go back and forth, up and down, always. Sometimes I dropped the ball. But that never stopped me from loving the game and wanting to continue to play no matter how hard it got. And, you know, in lacrosse you have people that play offense and people that play defense. And politically, we see all these people that are playing offense and they're cherry picking. So if you've ever played lacrosse, if you ever played sport, cherry pickers were the ones that sat right next to the goal and just waited to get past the ball so that way they can score. And, you know, that's all well and good because everybody wants to score a goal every once in a while. But, like, you can't just cherry pick. That's not the game, right? You have to move a little bit more. You have to see a little bit of perspective. So there's the cherry pickers on offense. And then on defense, you have all these people that are just not wanting you in their house. They just want to push you out and push you out and push you out. And that's what we're seeing across the political spectrum is that you see these people that are constantly on the offensive, constantly going after things and trying to make everything fit their narrative. And when it doesn't fit their narrative, they either just drop the ball or just don't score, like all those things. And the people on the defensive just don't see the bigger picture either. And I think that as a midfielder, as an athlete, it is, or as a human being, please, as a human being, it is so important to step back and see the whole field. And if we are to do that, and look at this whole game of politics that we're asked to play on a daily basis, which I find, as much as I am very aware of what is going on only in this country and the world, I feel like it's very unfair for politics to be inserted into our daily lives to the point that it's consuming us. That's a whole other story. We'll talk about that some other time. But anyway, so as a midfielder, you get to take a step back. And you get to see the bigger picture. And when you look at this bigger picture, you get to see that we're all playing on the same team. We are all playing the same game. And generally speaking, that if we were to all step back and really speak to one another, not over social media, not over text message, but face to face, we will see that we all pretty much want the same thing. And if we really just spoke to one another, then maybe that's something that could take place. But until then, we'll constantly have people that are always on the offensive and always on the defensive, and they won't look to find those people. They're so on the offensive and they're so on the defensive that they never look to see those people in the middle that just want to bring them together to win. And, you know, I don't like that whole metaphor about winning or losing. It's not, you know, that whole cheesy, or it's not how, whether you win or lose, how to play the game. Maybe that is true. Maybe that is true. Maybe we can go with that because right now we're not playing very well. We're not playing very well together. We're not playing. I don't even know. So basically, what I'm trying to say, and it's probably lunacy that you're hearing coming out of my mouth, but we're a team. Especially those of us that are not considered in the upper echelons, the global elite, or whatever you want to call them. We're all a team, and we all just want our lives. We want our freedoms. We want our equality. And if we just play in the middle a little bit more, I think those things can be reached. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe is not the actual active word there. But just think about it, guys. Instead of being always on the offensive or always on the defensive. Find some place in the middle. There's so much freedom there, I promise you. So much freedom. And not the freedom that, real freedom. So just keep that in mind. Have a good day, guys.